All right, so fishing isn't the best. I mean, it's midday right now. Morning's probably the best time to come around. So I think I'm gonna camp here tonight and then come here. Oh, this is a tricky dock. I gotta run. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Because if you stay too long on that part, your feet are gonna get soaked. So I'm gonna go, I think cook a steak because I'm starving. Actually, I don't know. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go back to the camper because I'm cold and I haven't caught a fish, so I'm disappointed. But I mean, what a beautiful spot, hey? And also, I know there's some people that commented saying, or have been commenting saying, why don't you get a kayak? I mean, a boat's great, but for areas like this, where I couldn't really drag a boat here, and it's electric motors on this lake, a kayak would be a really good idea. And Rebecca really wants one. So I think we're gonna look into getting a 2-seat kayak. I just can't spend a lot of time in them. I find them very uncomfortable. I'm a big guy. But maybe there's some nice kayaks out there. I need one of those ones with the backrest. But yeah, it'd be a really good idea, especially for a lake like this. Take the kayak out, do a couple laps, get the hook in the water. I really want to show you this new knife that I bought. I absolutely love it. And basically, at first glance, how neat does that look? So this is a Gerber knife, and I forget what the model is, but I'll put it right here. And how cool is that? So it's a full tang knife, which means the steel part here goes all the way to the end. So very solid, very strong. The look of it, I just love the look of it. And I really wanted kind of a bushcraft knife. I've got some smaller knives, but I don't have a big one like this. So this can chop branches, this can make kindling, you know, fillet a fish, I'm sure. It's extremely sharp. Just love it. What's that, sorry?
Have you seen much, Jim, come here. Have you seen much in the way of elk?
Elk?
Yeah.
Not this trip. Last time I came up here, there was a huge herd of elk.
That's what I heard.
There's a ton of elk in this area.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
And then the grader's just gone down through here, so I'm guessing they've all bugged.
Have a good one, eh?
Yeah, you too.
Take care of yourself. That guy is looking for geocaches. I don't really know how that works. I know that there's like a website you go on and people have either found stuff, he was kind of explaining it to me, found stuff, and they have like a notepad where you can go write your name. And you can follow the GPS coordinates. And so it was really interesting talking to him because he's going to look for mines. And apparently apparently there is a mine just down the road. And he basically goes and looks for the entrance to these old mines. And he was telling me that 4% of Canada's mines are actually located on Vancouver Island. And he said there's over like 1,000, that means there's over 1,000 mines here. And a lot of the entrances have now been covered up with debris and all that. And he said that he was walking around an area where there was a mine and he couldn't find the entrance. And later he went and looked at a video, and apparently the entrance had been covered up by trees and leaves, but it was straight down. Like you could have just walked on top of it and fell like 100 feet to your death or something crazy like that. Don't quote me, but that's what he was just saying, which is really interesting. Maybe that'll be my new thing, going to look for mines. So yeah, I know that there is a lot of history here. I just don't know how much. It's very interesting. Very interesting. I know that Victoria is a very old city, but in turn that makes this island a very old island. And way back when, it was a major you know, shipping area or shipping channel. So it makes sense why there's so many mines. It makes sense why there's so much unique exploration. Seasoned and oh, ready to go. Oh. That was not planned. Every single time I'm filming. And if you guys are curious, I was doing some cleaning. If you want to see what I looked like when I was a baby. There I am, right there. Still got that smile. I should say living a dream, not make my day. It always brings the question of, did I think that I would ever be in this spot right here? I'd live in a camper, be a YouTuber, a tour bus driver. I can see me being a YouTuber because I always liked the photography or the videography of it and the making the video or the movie. I love movies. I could see being a tour bus driver because I love big trucks. So whether it's a truck driver, tour bus driver, I understand that part. Living in a truck camper. No, I would have never seen that, ever. Isn't that interesting when you think about it? You know, think about your own life. Could you see yourself being where you're at right now? I thought I overcooked it, but that's really good. That is perfectly medium rare. This is a life, guys. That's a life. Living the dream. So guys, as of right now, I'm just driving down the road a little bit. I ran into the same guy, the geocache guy, and he said that just down the road, he didn't find the mine, but he found a trestle. And he said the trestle is on the bridge. That's a beautiful waterfall, or a river. He said that the trestle is to the right of the next bridge, but I'm not seeing anything. So I'm gonna keep driving down this road just a little bit further. See, that's the one problem about driving these logging roads, and same with fishing actually, is I'm a very curious person. So it's like, well, I should turn back now and see if I missed it back there. But I could just look around one more corner. Same with fishing, you know? It's like, this will be my last cast. We cast last time. Well, what if just over there? You just never know. But I think that we've driven far enough, and then after a while, you've either been on the lake or down that logging road for a few hours. You're like, oh geez, I better turn around now, which is almost happening to me right now. There's no way that it was this far down. So I found it. And you know where it is? It's hard to see because it's just the leftovers of what used to be a trestle. I pulled in right here and I looked at my map like, okay, well, how far down could this thing be? And it's actually right here. Like, I could have seen it if I just looked out my window. That's funny. That's funny. So I just drove down here. There is like a bridge over here. But this is the trestle here, guys. So it's really growing in, but you can see that there would have been tracks all the way along here. So there it is. That's actually really neat. That's old. Very old. I can see how this would be on one of those games that cache I forget what it's called, cashew something or whatever, because it's hard to find, it's hard to see. It's hard to find and it's hard to see. Let's get the drone up and get some good footage of this area, and you'll be able to see that that trestle a little bit better. The cool thing is that kind of makes me a geocacher. I mean, I've participated in the game. Apparently that bridge is on the website or whatever. So if you guys play it, that's it right there. One of them. Right on. What do I get? Do I win something? Do I get some money? All right, guys, we're going back to the lake and nobody is here anymore. They all left, which is probably a bad thing because they weren't catching fish, but hey, who knows? I might. Also, one more thing I want to show you is the last exciting thing that I purchased, so is this axe. This camera has been through it all. I've dropped this 100,000 times. All right. Yeah, so I bought this because you probably watched my videos and I have like a little hand axe, and as soon as you get a stump that's any bigger than like that, I can't chop it. So I finally purchased myself a good chopping axe. And guess what? I'm not alone. That, my friends, is a bald eagle. So obviously it's not the worst spot to go fishing if he's doing the same thing, you know what I mean? I think I'm gonna change my lure and I'm gonna put a nice shiny rooster tail on with a little bit of that copper.